Hey, sorry for being MIA for so long. My wife had surgery and what we thought was going to be a couple-week recovery ended up being a couple months. With that being said, she's doing good. We're out of the woods, which means I can slowly start focusing on more business-related items again. But enough about me. For this video, I'm simply going to go through all the plugins that we use on our sites. WordPress is by far the most popular content management system out there, and like many of you, we use it for all of our sites. One of the best things about using WordPress is that you have access to all sorts of plugins that can quickly and easily add functionality to your site without requiring any knowledge of coding. However, a common mistake that many people make is to add too many plugins to their site. There are a few reasons you don't want to do this. The first, the more plugins you have, the more likely you are to have compatibility issues between those plugins. Each plugin can't be tested against every other plugin out there, so there's always going to be a chance that one plugin will break another one. We have had this happen a few times in the past where updating one plugin caused issues with another one. In some cases, it can even crash your website. Secondly, plugins tend to slow your site down. Although there are exceptions, the functionality that you get from adding a plugin comes at the cost of slowing down the loading times of your pages. While each plugin might have a minimal impact, as you install more and more of them, it can really add up. Finally, plugins can come with security risks. If a plugin isn't coded well, or the code isn't updated and maintained over time, it could lead to your site being left wide open for an attack. Alright, for the rest of this video, let's jump into the back end of mybackyardlife.com, and I'll quickly go over each of the plugins that we use. We're on the plugins page here in My Backyard Life, which you can get to by clicking the plugins on the left side of the page. For this video, I'm not going to dive deep into any of these plugins. I'm just going to show you which ones we use and tell you why we use them. First, we have 4 plugins from Mediavine. One is called the Mediavine Control Panel. This one is needed to run Mediavine ads on our site. It's as simple as that. Next, we have one called Create from Mediavine. This one is used for adding recipe cards to our recipe posts. You scroll to the bottom of the recipe post right here. As you can see, this plugin allows us to add a recipe to the bottom of our recipe post. We obviously don't use this one on all of our sites. Next, we have Grow Social from Mediavine. This one adds social share buttons to our posts that look really nice and seem to be really effective. Grow Social was actually developed by someone else, but Mediavine took it over a year or so ago. You can run this on your website without even having Mediavine ads, and there's a free version of it. This is what it looks like. It puts all your shares for your Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter on the side and also on the top of your post. And the last one from Mediavine is called Trellis Images. This one basically optimizes your images for you and converts them to a WebP format. We used to use Smush Pro for this, which is a paid plugin, but we didn't need that after switching over to the Trellis theme. Another plugin that we use on all of our sites is called Ad Inserter. We don't actually use this to insert ads, but we use it to insert things like our affiliate disclaimer, affiliate offers, and so on. I posted a separate video recently about this plugin, so go check that out if you missed it. Next up is a plugin called Headers and Footers. This is a super simple plugin that allows you to quickly and easily add HTML to the header or footer of all the pages on your site. We use this plugin for verifying our sites on Search Console and linking our international Amazon Associates accounts. Another plugin that we use that's currently disabled here is called Link Whisperer. Link Whisperer can be used to quickly add internal links to your site. We enable it when we use it, and then disable it when we are done. This helps prevent some of the issues I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Jeff has also posted a video about Link Whisperer on this channel, so go check that out if you want to know more about that plugin. You'll see another disabled plugin here called Mail Poet. That's used for sending emails to our mailing lists. We used that in the past, but for right now, we've put this on hold for My Backyard Life. Another plugin that we use on all of our sites is called the GDPR framework. This plugin has several functions like generating your privacy policy. The main reason we use it is to allow visitors to download their private data and delete it if they want to. One more that we use is called Updraft Plus. This plugin allows you to automatically generate backups of your site. Most websites do this for you already, but it's always good to have a second set of backups just in case. There's also a plugin here called Web Stories for creating web stories to rank with Google. But honestly, we're not doing much with this anymore. This was something that we tested for a few of our sites last year, but it didn't get much traction. We might create a video about this process and the results down the road, but it's definitely something that you don't need. The next plugin we use is called WordFence. WordFence is a security plugin that can help identify and stop attacks on your site. Security plugins do, however, tend to slow your site down a bit, but keeping your site secure is definitely important. The last plugin we use on all of our sites is called Yoast CEO. Yoast has a ton of features, but we disable most of them. We don't use it to tell whether or not our posts are optimized or anything like that. However, we do use it to generate a sitemap and prevent certain archives from getting indexed. One thing you might have noticed that's missing from this list of plugins is a speed optimization plugin. We actually used to use 3 of them, but since we switched themes, we were able to get rid of all of them and increase our page speed at the same time. Depending on who you use for hosting and how lightweight your theme is, it might make sense for you to use some speed optimization plugins on your site. If I remember correctly, the ones we used to use were W3 Total Cache, Async JavaScript, and Smush Pro. There might have been a couple more as well, but I can't remember for sure right off. That's it, guys. We basically use 9 or 10 plugins on all of our sites. 3 or 4 of those plugins are related to our ad network, Mediavine, and most of the rest of them are either lightweight or we feel are crucial for all of our sites. I hope you liked the video. Until next time.